Vaheguru, 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 Vaheguru. वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह. With Vaheguru Ji's kirpa, we are on 8th body, which is Sunyadi body. So there are 4 bodies of Sunya. So we'll try to cover all this with Vaheguru Ji's kirpa. Please do ask questions because this is very, very important section of Japji Sahib. What is Sunya? Right? I mean, most of the people know these bodies by heart, right? Sunya Siddh Peer Surnath, Sunya Tart Taval Akash, Sunya Deep Lo Patal, Sunya Pauna Sake Kal, Nanak Bhagta Sada Vigas, Sunya Dukh Paap Ka Nas. What is the Sunya? What to listen? Sunya means to listen. Most of the translations are a little bit crooked, right? Because what we have to listen is listen to the voice of Vaheguru. Malak de mukh chon nikli hui awaz, tera mukh suhawa jiyo sehj tun bani, jithon upjaya nanaka soi fir hua. Because if we'll go to our source, which is our source? Ik Oankar. And if we learn how to go to our source, we will merge in the source. So that Naam is our source. Vadda Sahib, Ucha Thao, Uche Upar, Ucha Now. And that Naam is where the Vadda Sahib is. Who is Vadda Sahib? Vaheguru, God. Vadda. Sabte Vadda, Satgur Nanak, Jin Kal Rakhi Meri. I don't know which lecture was it, previous or day, before that. My mother was listening it for, and she found a lot of mistakes. When I was reading the Gurbani, and I do mistakes a lot of times. Idea is in the Sangat, if I do mistakes, correct me. Okay, you guys should correct me if I, for example, I think I said Ham Kire Karam Satgur Samai. It's Ham Kire Kiram Satgur Samai Karde Anam Prakash. So she pointed it out. She called me. because she's in India, she's in Amritsar, right? She called me, she said, you read this line wrong. I said, yes, definitely. And I will tell everybody. I don't know which lecture exactly it was, right? But always correct me. Sunaya Siddh Peer Surnath. Here, listening to the Naam, listening to the voice of Vaheguru, we can become Siddh, we can become Peer, we can become Surnath. Remember one thing. Even when we so there is a process. We have to go a little bit in the foundation and the background, right? Listening to Naam make us mukat from 84 lakh June, but it doesn't make us mukat from the human June. To get mukat, to get liberated from the human June also, we have to merge in the Naam. Then only we will be mukat, liberated from the human June also. So remember this thing. But what will happen? Maharaj says, when you will listen to this Naam, this voice of Vaheguru, Sunaya Siddh Peer Sur Nath. Sur Nath Peer Siddh, they were the different spiritual people or spiritual groups, you can say. Siddhas we have heard, very close to the yoga, but yeah, but they were yogic masters mainly. Peer are basically from Muslim background, same status, Guru, Peer, Sant. Sur, Sur are considered as angels, Devte. And Nath was also the group of people who used to wear a lot of, earrings, big earrings, and they were a separate group called Nath. Maharaj says that irrespective of whatever powers they have gained from the exercises or doing some rituals, just by listening to the Naam, you will reach to those states. ਸਹਿਜ ਸੁਭਾਈ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਚ ਕਹੀਏ ਤੇ ਸਹਿਜ ਸੁਭਾਈ ਸਿੱਧੀਆਂ ਪਾਵਰਸ ਆ ਜਾਂਦੀਆਂ 9 ਨਿਧੀਆਂ 18 ਸਿੱਧੀਆਂ ਪਿੱਛੇ ਲੱਗੀਆਂ ਜਿਨ ਹਰ ਨਾਮ ਵਸਾਇਆ ਜਦੋਂ ਸਾਡੇ ਮਨ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ when in our mind the naam goes, what happens? 9 ਰਿੱਧੀਆਂ ਸਿੱਧੀਆਂ 9 ਨਿਧੀਆਂ 18 ਸਿੱਧੀਆਂ. There are 9 and we have discussed about which ones are those. I will post it also after this lecture. What are these riddhiyan siddhiyan? But just think about the powers, the spiritual powers. You can reach there by just listening to the Naam. Because we don't realize listening to the Naam is very, very big kirpa. Malik di bahut vadi kirpa hoਵੇ ਤਾਂ ਨਾਮ ਸੁਣਾਈ ਦਿੰਦਾ. Little bit recapturing, we have discussed it multiple times. There are stages. ਪਹਿਲੀ ਸਟੇਜ ਹੈ ਅਖਰੀ ਨਾਮ, ਅਖਰੀ ਸਲਾਹ, ਅਖਰੀ ਗਿਆਨ, ਗੀਤ ਗੁਣਗਾ. ਅਸੀਂ ਬਾਣੀ ਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਸੁਣਨਾ. We have to listen to ਗੁਰਬਾਣੀ. We have to listen to ਗੁਰਮੰਤਰ. ਵਾਹ ਗੁਰੂ, ਵਾਹ ਗੁਰੂ, ਗਾਵੀਏ ਸੁਣੀਏ ਮਨ ਰੱਖੀਏ ਪਾਓ. That's a first listening. ਸੁਣਨਾ, that's a first listening. Listening to the ਗੁਰਬਾਣੀ, listening to the kirtan, listening to the simran. That's the first thing. Jukti is same for all the states. Like if you are listening, if the kirtan is playing, what good it is if you're not listening what Guru Sahib's message is. Similarly, about the Bani, when you're reading it, you have to listen. Why people's life doesn't change? They might even have so many Gurbani memorized, like anything, because they don't do vichar. So listening is the first stage. Sunna pehli stage hai. Apna ਬਾਣੀ ਨੂੰ ਵਿਚਾਰਨ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਪਹਿਲੀ ਸਟੇਜ ਹੈ. ਤੁਸੀਂ ਬਾਣੀ ਤਾਂ ਹੀ ਵਿਚਾਰ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ. You can only discuss ਗੁਰਬਾਣੀ when you will listen to it. Then you have to do practical. That's the next bodies which will come. ਮੰਨਿਆ, ਠੀਕ ਹੈ ਨਾ? ਤੇ ਉਹਦੇ ਚ ਮੰਨਣਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ. ਗਾਵੀਏ ਸੁਣੀਏ ਮਨ ਰੱਖੀਏ ਪਿਆਰ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ. Not academic listening or academic reading, with the love, ਪਿਆਰ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ. Smarpit hoke, surrender. We have to surrender. That is the power. And first stage is Akhri Naam, Bani, and all. This is the first stage. When mind starts going into Sahaj, peace. Guru, Vah, Guru. When our thoughts will start dying, vichar mare, tare tare, ult joon na aave. How to kill your furnas, kill your thoughts. When we kill our thoughts, automatic thoughts, where we don't have any controls, Kaam de, Krodh de, Lobh de, Moh de, Hankar de. When we'll start with Vaheguru Ji's Kripa, when we'll jap Naam, when we'll chant with Saas Gira Simran, Vah, Guru, Vah, Guru, multiple thoughts will become one thought, which is Vah, Guru, thought of Vaheguru. That is the first stage, right? Second stage is by when our mind will go in Sahaj, when our mind will go in peace, then we will be at a place ਜਿੱਥੇ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਆਏ ਆ ਉੱਥੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਸਰੀਰ ਦੇ ਪੰਜ ਤੱਤ ਹੈ the five elements of our body were created from there ਪੰਜ ਤੱਤ ਸੁਨੋ ਪ੍ਰਗਾਸਾ and we will go in sun there will be only silence nothing it will be just like a sleep state that's where when we'll reach there then Maharaj will wake us up tun upje shabad jagaya that's where the naam will be pragat and then you can hear that naam right even when you are not in sad state it will be always in your background 24/7 but that also has various stages first stage is panch shabad Gurbani ji aayega we will discuss there also but high level panch parvan panch pradhan panche pave dargaman then those five will become one into sahaj tun when we will listen to the sahaj tun the nishani is the sign is the moment we will hear that sahaj tun we will go in sahaj we as in our mind will go in sahaj and when our mind will go in sahaj and we stay there then with Vaheguru Ji's kripa tur will be pragat it's a high level I'm not going much deep tur will be pragat when the tur will be pragat tur will take us to Vaheguru Ji's ਵੱਡਾ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਉੱਚਾ ਥਾਂ ਉੱਚੇ ਉੱਪਰ ਉੱਚਾ ਨਾ 9 ਦਰਵਾਜ਼ੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਛੱਡ ਜਾਾਂਗੇ we will leave these 9 doors and we'll go to the 10th door ਠੀਕ ਹੈ ਇਹ ਸਾਰਾ ਪ੍ਰੋਸੈਸ ਹੈ ਹਾਈ ਲੈਵਲ ਆਓ ਆਪਾਂ ਅੱਗੇ ਚੱਲੀਏ ਸੁਣਿਆ ਸਿੱਧ ਪੀਰ ਸੁਰਨਾਥ when we start going into the court of Vaheguru ਜਿਹਨੂੰ ਆਪਾਂ ਸੁਣ ਵੀ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ then what is going to happen then the spiritual powers will automatically there ਸਹਿਜ ਸੁਭਾ that's why ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਬੜੀ warnings ਦਿੰਦੇ ਆ say check what you speak right because whatever you speak it might go correct ਉਹਨੂੰ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਚ ਹਿੰਦੀ ਚ ਵਾਕ ਸਿੱਧੀ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਵਾਕ ਸਿੱਧੀ whatever you will speak from your mouth ਜਿਹੜਾ ਵੀ ਵਾਕ ਲਓਗੇ ਉਹ ਕਦੀ ਕਦੀ ਸਹਿਜ ਸੁਭਾਈ ਸੱਚਾ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦਾ so that's why ਮਹਾਰਾਜ says ਬਹੁਤਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਬੋਲਣਾ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਬੋਲਣਾ ਸਿਰਫ ਉਨੀ ਗੱਲ ਬੋਲਣੀ ਹੈ the only thing what we have to speak is which is required right that doesn't mean that you have to socially boycott just watch your words that's what it means sunan di shakti paida karo even in our daily life have this thing in your mind that I have to listen trust me even the personal relationships will improve what happens we speak over each other so especially the husband and wife and all or the kids and the parents we speak over each other when we'll start listening to each other things will change Sunya Tarat Taval Akash. Maharaj says it's not only you who is listening or who wants to listen. Even Tart, Tart as in Tarti, Akash as in sky. Taval. Can anybody tell me what is Taval? Does anybody know? Taval ki hunda ji?
ਪਤਾਨ ਜੀ
ਨਹੀਂ ਤਵਲ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ ਭੈਣ ਜੀ ਧਰਤੀ ਤੇ ਆਕਾਸ਼ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ in between ਧਰਤੀ and ਆਕਾਸ਼ that space is called tawal. Just think from our physical body, from the nabi till the gagan. Gagan as in above your eyebrows. In between that area is called tawal. Tawal is the place which we have to cross. Once we cross tawal, then we will be at the ਦਸਮ ਦਵਾਰ. ਉਹ ਤਾਂ ਆਪਾਂ ਦਸਮ ਦਵਾਰ ਤੇ ਪਹੁੰਚਾਂਗੇ. ਤਵਲ ਧਰਤੀ and ਤਵਲ, ਧਰਤੀ and ਆਕਾਸ਼ is connected, you can say, through tawal. And when we will listen to the naam, we can cross this tawal from the dharti, from the earth. We can cross this tawal and reach to the Akash Tat. And above Akash Tat, it is all Dasam Dwar starts. ठीक है जी? वो अगली लाइन है. The next one, which you said, Penji. सुने दीप लो पाताल. ठीक है? There are lot of, continents and all, right? ਤੇ ਉਹ ਸਾਰੇ ਹੈ ਜਿਹਨੂੰ ਆਪਾਂ ਨੌ ਖੰਡ ਵੀ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ. ਠੀਕ ਹੈ ਜੀ? ਸੁਣਿਆ ਦੀਪ ਲੋ ਪਾਤਾਲ. Patal is under the earth. I mean, scientifically, under and up is same. But here, for your better knowledge, Maharaj is telling us there are different dimensions of this universe. The lower dimension is Patal. So deep and low is on the earth, right? Or different continents of the world, right? Planets of the world. That's a deep and lows. Patal is the lower dimension. And the upper, what is the uppermost dimension? Which is Akash, above Akash. Gagan we can there. We call it a Gagan also. Basically, even if we are in Patal, if we somehow reach Patal, with Vaiguruji's Kirpa, listening to the Naam, we can go to the upper dimensions. Even if for some reasons, who can take us to the Patal? Can anybody tell me? Next line actually clears it.
Guru Sahib Nazar.
No. Put Patal. Who was that? कौन सी पुत किन्ने बोले पुत्तू? Who was it?
It was me. मैं वाला सीगा.
Sajveer, we have to go above Patal, right? Patal is a lower dimension. We need to go to the upper dimension. Yes, Guru Sahib's Nadar, Guru Sahib's Naam, Guru Sahib's Kirpa will take us to the upper dimension. That's right. But I'm saying, what takes us to the Patal? Who can take us to the Patal? Does it make sense? Oh, that's a very good question, and I will answer that. Let's first answer this.
Tat da rasta no guys.
हाँ जी.
Tat da rasta leave the tat hunda na opposite.
Yeah. Tat da rasta, definitely you are close. Next line, you just read the next line. सुने हो न सके काल. Kaal is responsible for taking us down. But when we will listen to the Naam, what is Kaal? Everybody knows what is Kaal is?
Anji.
Anybody who doesn't know the Kaal, please, so that we can expand. The high level, all this Maya, all the Drishtman, all the physical things which we are seeing around us, all the physical and even our thoughts are managed by Kaal. Maya, basically, he is a governor of Maya. Kaal is a governor of Maya. But what Maharaj is saying, Guru Nanak Dev Ji is saying, Sunaya po na sakke Kaal. That Kaal can take us to the lower dimension in dark, right? Where we will be anxious, depressed, right? All the bad things will surround us. But when we'll start listening to the Naam, we will come out. The Nadar, just like Sahib said, the Nadar, when the Nadar of Vaiguruji will there, Kaal cannot touch us. Kaal is also called death. Kaal is also called time. What it is purpose, and these are the Sukham entities. These exist in everybody. Just like Vaiguruji is in everybody, these Sukham entities are also there in everybody. So Sunaya po na sake Kaal. Po as in nobody, the Kaal cannot touch us. Kaal cannot come near us because we will have a Raksha Chakkar. We will have a boundary where it cannot touch us. There was a beautiful question And I don't know who asked it. It was sorry. I Let me go back to the chat. Yeah, Japme and Mehak, right? Uh, who asked it? It was parents or the kids?
Parents भी जी Gagan.
ठीक है जी, thank you very much. हाँ जी, that's our goal, Benji. That is our goal, that to always be in Sahaj. Start ਜਦੋਂ ਆਪਾਂ ਸਿਮਰਨ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ, ਕੀਰਤਨ ਸੁਣਦੇ ਆ, ਸਾਡਾ ਮਨ ਹੌਲੀ ਹੌਲੀ, our mind starts going into Sahaj slowly. Slow process ਹੈ ਨਾ? And then the time will come that you will be in Sahaj, and that's what the ultimate stage is. But if we have less kamai and all, it takes time to remain in that. And another thing is, which is very important, this is a game महाराज ने समझाई है, कहते जिन्नी नाम ते आया गए मुशक्कत काल, नानक ते मुख उजले केती छुट्टी नाल. मुशक्कत करनी पैनी. We have to work very hard to go in Sahaj, and then with Waheguru Ji's another, Waheguru Ji's kirpa, we can start living in Sahaj. So we have to do a practice a lot. Jinna apa, I think we discussed this in previous lectures, but just a high level. There was a survey done among the Gurmukhs, right? Some Gurmukh did it long time back. And he started evaluating that people who are doing Sas Gira Simran for 1 hour, what is their state of mind? Somebody who is doing 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, I think it was up 1 plus, 2 plus, something like that, and then 5 plus, right? So what was found was that people who do 1 hour of Simran, it helps them, but the Sahaj Avastha doesn't go too long in the day. The Kal, the 5 thieves, they will capture that mind. They'll make that mind slave after some time. For a few hours, that person will be inside, but then later it will be. How? Because then the mind will start taking the thoughts of tamogun, kam, krodh, lo, moh, hankar, or rajogun, hopes, desires, anxiety, depression. But when somebody is doing 2.5 hours to 3 hours, around that, they can maintain the state very well. They can maintain the state. There will be some turbulence, just like when we are in uh, when we are in a plane, right? Sometimes the plane ride, we will have up and down. That kind of mind will wander a little bit, but still you can maintain it. But if you want improvement in your lifestyle, that the things will be always better. And we found that people who are doing 5 hours or 5 plus Simran and sitting in the sun, right? Their mind was mostly started going in Sahaj. So it's all that process. Plus, very important, as we speak all the time, our, Sirjan just read a beautiful Shabad. Sirjan said that the Shabad he read was, Visar gai jine taat parai. है ना? तात पराई की होती है jealousy. When we will improve our lifestyle, when we'll start trying to see Vaheguru in everybody, then we will not longer judge others, and lifestyle will improve. Then also that will happen. So it's a double game going on. That's why it's a game of Gyan and Dhyan. We have to take a knowledge of Gurbani Guru, and we have to do the practical. Then more practical we will do, the more time we will sit in the sun, our daily life will be more in Sahaj. Otherwise, it will not be. But it's a slow process, so we have to slowly improve. If we are doing 1 hour of Simran every day, try to do 2 hours, and then start listening. If the Shabad is Pragat, start listening to the Shabad also. That's what all these Sunaya Diya Podiyan is. Start listening. Then the Kal will not be able to touch us. Nanak Bhagta, that's what Maharaj is saying. Nanak Bhagta Sadavagas. Bhagats of Vaheguru Sache Pasha will be always in bliss, always happy. And what will happen when we will listen to the Naam? Sunaya, Dukh, Paap Ka Nas. All the pains will go away. All the thoughts will go away. We will be in bliss. Nanak Bhakta Sada Vigas. Sunaya, Dukh Paap Ka Nas. Sunaya, Isar Burma and even Isar Brahma in the used to listen. Now, these are not just the entities or one or two entities. It is us. who will be like Ishar, we will be like Brahma, we will be like Indra, right? But remember, the whole thing Maharaj is telling us is that listen, listen, listen. You will have powers like Ishar. You will have powers like Brahma. But you will have powers like Indra. But we don't have to go behind those spiritual powers, because the moment we will be behind those powers, we will stop listening and start trying to start gaining powers like peers and siddhs and naths and all. So we have to be very careful. Sunaya mukh salahan mand. Even if somebody who is bad or manda, manda ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ, ਮੰਦਾ ਕਿਹਨੂੰ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ, ਜਿਹੜਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਮੰਦਾ ਮਨੁੱਖ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ, which do like the thoughts are very heavy, sakat, just like sakat also, right, who is totally in the maya. Even if that person will start listening to the Naam, will start doing Sift Salah of Vaheguru Sache Pasha, he will also be Mukat from 84 lakh tune, because that's what Naam does. When we'll start listening to the voice of Vaheguru, we'll be Mukat. But remember, not from the human birth. That will be still there. Sunaya Jog Jugat Tan Ped. The Jog, what is the Jog? What is the Gurmukh Jog? Gurmukh Jog has nothing to do with the physical things. Yogi is the one who wants to merge with the Vaheguru. That's what the Jog is. Gurmat Jog. Sunaya Jog Jugat Tan Ped. Whosoever will listen with Jugti, with the technique, because there is a technique. There is a Jugti, how to listen to it. Remember, we go in front of our Matha, forehead. These are the Jugtis. When we will listen to the Naam with the Jugti, then we will get all the paid of our Tan. Which Tan? Which body? The Sukham body. Then we will know, we'll get into the Brahm Gyan. Sunaya Sasat Simrat Ved. All the Gyan, all the knowledge of the Shastras, Simritis, and Veds will come to us. That's a blessing. Nanak Bhagata Sada Vikas Sunaya Dukh Paap Ka Nas. They will be always happy and in bliss, whosoever will listen to the Naam. All the dukhs, all the pain will go away. ठीक है जी, ਆਪਾਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਹੀ ਆਪਾਂ ਐਂਡ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ। ਨੈਕਸਟ ਵਨ ਇਜ਼ ਸੁਣਿਆ ਸਤ ਸੰਤੋਖ ਗਿਆਨ। I think two more ਪੌੜੀਜ਼ for ਸੁਣਿਆ which we'll discuss tomorrow. Now ਆਓ ਜੀ ਹੁਣ ਆਪਾਂ let's see if anybody has any questions. question ਹੈਗਾ ਜੀ ਕਿਸੇ ਕੋਲ ਤੇ ਪੁੱਛ ਲਓ, otherwise we'll start doing similar. ਠੀਕ ਹੈ ਜੀ, so that's the way how we will go in Sahaj. When we will increase our time of Bhakti, we'll go more and more in Sun, more and more Sahaj Avastha. And you can try it, right? You don't have to buy my words. Just try this. You will see the difference. You will see. Because first 15-20 minutes, whenever we sit, 15-20 minutes, our mind is still wandering. Only after 15-20 minutes, sada jada man hai Sahaj vich jana shuru karta. Only then our mind starts going in Sahaj and peace. ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਤੇ ਮਨ ਇੱਧਰ ਉੱਧਰ ਹੀ ਹੈ. So moment 1 hour happens, people when actually real Sahaj Avastha starts building up, we get up. That's why whenever you sit, try for a couple of hours, right? In the classroom, in the Sangat environment, we cannot sit more. But when, at the end, when I say Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh, you don't have to open your eyes, right? Just keep on closing. And the call can be closed, but you keep on sitting. ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਬਹੁਤ ਛੇਤੀ ਸਹਿਜ ਵਿੱਚ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਜਾਣਗੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ. The more we will do the hard work, ਛੇਤੀ ਆਪਾਂ ਸਹਿਜ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਾਵਾਂਗੇ. ਆਓ ਜੀ ਆਪਾਂ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਕਰਨਾ ਹੈ. 3 points ਨੂੰ ਯਾਦ ਰੱਖਣਾ ਹੈ. ਸੁਣਨਾ, we just learned that all our dukh, all our paps will go away. All our sins, and sins are nothing, just our thoughts, and sare dukh, all these pains will go away. किस तरह सुनना है? वाह कहना है, सुनना है. Listen from your ears. धुन में ध्यान, ध्यान में जान्या, गुरमुख कथ कहानी. So chant from the tongue, listen from your ears, and eyes on the nose tip. ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਦੇਖੋ nose tip ਨੂੰ ਬੜੇ ਧਿਆਨ ਨਾਲ ਦੇਖੋ ਜੀ ਸਾਰੇ, and when your nose tip starts disappearing, close your eyes ਤੇ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਕਰੀਏ। ਆਓ ਜੀ, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ 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 ਗੁਰੂ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ 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 ਗੁਰੂ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ Guru, Va, 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 Guru, Guru, Va, 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 Guru, va nuru 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 va Guru Va Guru Va Guru Va Guru Va Guru Va Guru Va. Now we have to go antargat. ਨਾਲ ਸਿਮਰਨ ਕਰੀ ਜਾਓ, ਨਾਲ ਅੰਤਰਗਤ ਜਾਈ ਜਾਓ. We have to go above our eyebrows slowly, the front of our forehead. ਹੌਲੀ ਹੌਲੀ ਆਪਣੀ ਸੁਰਤ ਨੂੰ, ਫੋਕਸ ਨੂੰ ਉੱਥੇ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਜਾਈ ਜਾਓ. ਵਾਹ ਗੁਰੂ ਅੰਤਰਗਤ ਸਿਮਰਨ ਕਰਨਾ. With the mind, chant with the mind, listen with the mind, and try to take your surat from the front of a nose tip to above in the front of your forehead, pravattyan to upar, above your eyebrows. Vaah Guru, 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 Vaah Vaah. At this point, just sit in front of your forehead. Mathe de samne asan ਲਾ ਲਓ, and we don't even have to chant. ਥੋੜਾ ਜਿਹਾ ਜਪ ਕੇ ਸਿਰਫ ਉੱਥੇ ਬੈਠਣਾ ਚੁੱਪ ਕਰਕੇ. And if we get a thought, we have to inhale from our nostrils, stop our breath for a couple of seconds and exhale. ਸਵਾਸ ਰੋਕ ਕੇ ਉੱਥੇ ਬੈਠ ਕੇ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਸੁਣੋ. If you can hear the naam, the sahaj tun, panch shabad, whatever you're hearing, just hear there in front of our forehead. Aao ji. ਧੌਣ ਆਪਣੀ ਸਾਰੀ ਸਿੱਧੇ ਰੱਖੋ. The moment your neck will be down, you will sleep. ਧੌਣ ਉੱਪਰ ਰੱਖੋ ਸਿੱਧੀ straight. And keep on looking in front of the forehead. ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ. ਹਮ ਅਬ ਗੁਣ ਪਰੇ ਏਕ ਗੁਣ ਨਾਹੀ, ਅੰਮ੍ਰਿਤ ਛਾੜ ਬਿਖੇ ਬਿਖਾਈ, ਮਾਇਆ ਮੋਹ ਭਰਮ ਪੈ ਭੂਲੈ, ਸੁਤ ਦਾਰਾ ਸਿਉ ਪ੍ਰੀਤ ਲਗਾਈ, ਇੱਕ ਉੱਤਮ ਪੰਥ ਸੁਣਿਓ ਗੁਰ ਸੰਗਤ, ਤੈ ਮਿਲੰਤ ਜਮ ਤਰਾਸ ਮਿਟਾਈ, ਇੱਕ ਅਰਦਾਸ ਪਾਠ ਕੀਰਤ ਕੀ, ਗੁਰੂ ਰਾਮਦਾਸ ਰਾਖੋ ਸ਼ਰਨਾਈ. ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ. ਭੁੱਲਾਂ ਚੁੱਕਾਂ ਦੀ ਖਿਮਾ ਜੀ. We'll meet tomorrow at 5 p.m. ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ